Monday Night Chat with Wong Chen.
Brought to you by the Member of Parliament for Subang.
Hi, welcome to Monday Night Chat, episode 9. We've had 2 weeks of break. It was a long weekend, 2 long weekends, so we didn't shoot any of those because it's just not fair to get our staff to work over the weekend when it's a long weekend. So we're back into this Monday Night Chat, episode 9. We're going to talk about a follow-up on the Standing Committee. We're going to do the basic 120 seconds of question Q&A. There's going to be a goodbye from Yining, our last remaining summer intern. And that's about it for this week. Hi, for Policy Monday this week, we're going to talk about the standing committees for the new Malaysia. This is a paper that we've been working on for about almost 2 months, I think, with the help of the Norwegian Embassy and also a lot of desktop research. We have sort of completed this paper now. By the time you see this video, which is on a Monday, we're shooting now on Wednesday. I will actually be in Canberra to present some aspects of this paper at the Australian National University, the ANU. I'm going to go Australia tomorrow, and I have a speaking engagement on Friday, and followed by a Monday event at the ANU, where it's a bit more formal. Then on Tuesday, I catch a flight back to KL. So a lot of this will be covered, I suppose. We'll try to shoot a video there and then post it up as well. But let me just describe to you what the Standing Committee issues. If you remember the episode where on the 9th of September, on Monday Night Chat, I discussed the start of the Standing Committee for New Malaysia. Just to recap, the Standing Committees are important and has to be distinguished by the fact that they're different from Select Committees. Select Committees, when something bad happens, then they form a Select Committee to investigate. A Standing Committee is more permanent. And in Malaysia, there's only 5 Standing Committees, 4 of which are totally ceremonial and not important. There's only one decent Standing Committee, that's the Public Accounts Committee, which I belong to now. What we need is a lot more permanent Standing Committees to keep track and to legislate and to make policies and to provide check and balance to the ministries. We have 25 ministries in Malaysia. It is a lot. The Pakatan Harapan Manifesto talked about 20. We haven't done it yet, but I suppose it'll take some time to restructure down to 20 from 25. But these 25 ministries need to have a permanent Standing Committee to monitor a few of them in one committee. So this paper that we worked on, we are now proposing basically 9 permanent Standing Committees. I'll read out the list. Basically, we're looking at the maintaining the Public Accounts Committee, the Standing Orders, House Committee, Committee on Privileges, and Selection Committee. Those are the 5 current ones. In addition to that, we need to add 9. So we are proposing a Standing Committee on Finance and Economic Affairs, a Standing Committee on Home Affairs, Defence and Foreign Affairs, so primarily deal with security issues. We are proposing a Standing Committee on Education and Entrepreneurship, 1 Standing Committee on Health, Family and Well-being, 1 on Committee on Business, Trade and Industry, 1 on Transport, Works and Communications, 1 on Resources, Energy, Environment, Science and Technology, 1 on Human Resources and Social Affairs, and the last one, Housing, Tourism and Territories, into 1 Standing Committee. What we intend to do is bring in about 99 members of Parliament, 11 members for each committee. So 9 new ones means 99 members of Parliament going into these committees to monitor and to legislate. Now these committees will need to do the real job of every parliamentarian, which is to legislate, which means that these committees will sit down, consider the laws. The composition should reflect the results of the election. So in a committee of 11 members, you will see something like 3 to 4 UMNO members, 3 to 4 PKR, 3 DAP, so and so forth. Since most of the Amanah and also Warisan MPs are already ministers or deputy ministers, then the composition needs to be adjusted again. So, but broadly speaking, we are supposed to, these standing committees will have to look at the real policy making side, and that all laws go through here, and then from there, once the laws are passed, the executive then takes that laws to implement. The current arrangement is there's no permanent standing committees other than the PAC. the laws are actually drafted by the executive, implemented by the executive, and then the parliamentarians are just merely rubber stamping the process. We need to change that because we need to bring back democracy to a new Malaysia, and that must start from the standing committee aspect. Lastly, I just want to tell you that these 9 standing committees that we are looking at, the study that we did, this paper here, is basically from the Norwegian model and the British model. And we like the Norwegian model because the Norwegians have a king system like us, a monarchy, a constitutional monarchy. And then we find the Norwegians to be very practical, very careful with their money, austerity. So we have in fact proposed an austere budget to run these 9 standing committees. We are proposing basically for all the committees in Malaysia to run on a budget of 11.4 million only. 11.4 million is a very, very small price to pay for bringing back democracy, for bringing back the basic issue about separation of power between the executive, the cabinet, the parliament, and the judiciary. So, we hope to publish this paper soon, and then you can download it from our website. But essentially, the paper is written. It is now going through the speaker for his feedback, going through the whip for his feedback, going through interested parties for feedback. But I think we're very happy with this paper, and I hope to publish it as soon as possible. And you all can download when it's available. Okay, so that's it for Policy Monday this week. Hello, for Q&A this week in 120 seconds, we have, as usual, 5 questions, 4 political questions, 1 soft social question. I think that's the format that my staff prefers. Just a point of note, this is being shot on Wednesday, the 19th of September. So by the time you watch this on Monday, I'll be in Canberra to deliver 2 speeches. So whatever I'm dealing here is like news up to this point, which is on the Wednesday, 19th September. Okay, so Pommy, are you ready? Okay, the clock. Okay, let's start now. Okay, the PD move and also claims of nepotism. Well, let me be very clear about this. Nepotism means that you're in a position of power and you give a favor to your children, or give a favor to your brother or sister, make them a senator, whatever you do. That's nepotism. Iza and Kat Wan, they've been struggling for 20 years, since the formation of formation of PKR. So I don't think that's nepotism. Nepotism is not like, I go to jail, you go and fight on my behalf. That's Asian values, defending your parents, defending your family. Yeah. Number 2, UMNO's move Mustafa and Anifah leaving. That is today's news. I think they have a right to choose whatever they want to do, but let's hope that the Pakistan will not take them in immediately, at least a year before they take them in, to see whether they've truly reformed. Is it just because they lost power? Now they're just moving on to greener pastures. Number 3, by-elections in Sri Setia. What are my views? There is a small percentage dip in the overall support for Sri Setia. Of course, the number of people that dropped down. Does it mean that this past UMNO thing is a good thing for them? Are they going to be stronger if they move forward in this union? It's still early days to say. I think generally people are just a little bit wary about the performance of Pakatan Harapan now, so they want to see better results before we can see a pickup again on our support level like GE14. So number 4, minimum wage $50. Look, if you're going to give $50, don't give lah. So look, there's just enough only. I don't think it covers inflation. So I think we have to go back and rethink about the whole minimum wage policy and come up with something much better. Lastly, my trip to Taiping, that's the soft question. Did I enjoy myself? Is it good? I think Taiping is really excellent for a very short break. 2 or 3 days is just perfect. We didn't get to do everything, but it was really interesting to see charcoal factory, coffee factory, other than all the sites. For me, tells me it's done. That's it for Q&A 120 seconds this week. Lastly, a special announcement. We are moving office. Because of G14, our Sri Setia constituency was taken out and then we were given Kinrara. Where our office currently is, which is SS14 in Subang Jaya, is really at the corner of our new constituency. So we made a decision about 2 months ago to relocate to somewhere more central so that the Kinrara folks and the Subang Jaya folks can get equal access to us. So, this background that you see, The next Monday night chat that you see is going to be different. We are moving to the new office. In fact, next week's Monday night chat is going to be all about the moving process. We're going to try and make it fun, non-political, just filming the move. The contractors going to come in and remove all the lights and all the aircon. We're recycling everything that we can, move all our furniture across. So we're going to film that, and we're going to film the opening on the 30th of September. So all are welcome. Just check out our Facebook, follow us there, and all are welcome to the official opening, which is on the 4 p.m. Sunday, 30th September. And we will start operation on the Monday of October, in the new location in Kinrara. So hope to see you all there.
Hi, my name is Yining. I'm the only intern left after the last batch of 4 interns finished their term here. My past 6 weeks here have gone by really, really fast, and I've had a really good time. I've done a variety of things here. I've researched standing committees for BOSS. I've worked on the school project, the visits to the schools to research the funding situation of schools, and I've dealt with the usual constituent work and some other miscellaneous things in the office. It's been really fun, and I think that I've been able to explore a wide range of issues politically and also practically. One of my favorite parts of the internship was being able to go down to the schools with another intern and just interview the guru besar and the pembantus to find out more about how the school is funded and how they operate. I think that was really good exposure in terms of groundwork and really going down to the grassroots to understand how a parliamentarian can represent his or her constituents better. And I think that getting out of the office and having the opportunity to do that on my own with another intern was one of the highlights of this internship for me. Yeah. And obviously there were also a wide range of other kinds of exposure. I really enjoyed being able to take the lead on a research paper under BOSS's guidance and also help with another tobacco research paper that the office has been working on. So all in all, I really think that this was a great internship program, and I would come back if I, had the chance to.